The Forever Story. Finally, right? Finally. I can't tell you guys how many times this album has been suggested, recommended, please react to this, blah, blah, blah. And it got snubbed for the Grammys. And I had this whole idea in my head when it did get snubbed by the Grammys. I was like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Prior to actually the Grammy announcement, I was like, I'll do a reaction to every album that gets nominated for Album of the Year, because I figured, I've already done Big Steppers, I've already done Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. I need to do Forever Story, that'll be in there, and then there'll be a couple more, and then cool, I can be on the same page with the nominees, right? And just kind of have my own pick. Then the Grammys came out with their nominations. I was like, oh, well, I'm not doing that. But Forever Story continued to stay high on the list, continued to get recommended over and over again. I've been listening to the Never Story last couple of days. Solid album. I enjoy the album. I'm not in love with the album. It's an interesting thing because I feel like I like Jid more than I like the album, if that makes sense. In the sense of, I like his style. I like how he changes his tempo. He speeds up, he slows down, he's fast, he's smooth. He's just got this great versatility with his flow. And it's on display really well in the Never Story. And so it's interesting because I like what he does, but there's only a couple songs off of Never Story that I'm really into. I mean, it's not like it's a bad project. It's a solid project. I enjoy it, but I don't go back to it often. There you go. So going into the Forever Story, it's kind of neat, having, a desire to basically hear Jid more, which is obviously going to happen. And I'm laughing because I'm basically still drunk right now. My son and I were up last night. We watched Saving Private Ryan. He hasn't seen that before. We watched that movie, and I had a bunch of pints, and we just crashed out after the movie. And it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even hungover. I'm still drunk, which is why drinking jam today. If you need any jams, go to bobthepop-pop.shop for all of your jam needs. But yeah, so I'm excited for the Forever Story, especially since it seems like it got snubbed. Everyone loves this album. I've been looking at the album cover because the Never Story, had an interesting cover where it was all basically this but drawn in, and it's kind of interesting because on one hand you go, well, it's the same thing with just people, but there's a real element to it, right? There's just something different with having a picture of people rather than a hand-drawn thing. And you're taking the idea of the Never Story and just the cover, and then the Forever Story. And it's the same thing with real people. Jid's right there in the middle of it. And the idea of it's still happening. Maybe it's going to happen forever. Who knows? And you've got the whole gamut. You got your pimps and your hoes down here. You got the cop pointing the gun at the guy. You got the guy with the camera filming it. There's a dude in the body bag. There's the mourning family, prisoners. Interesting that the athlete, the sports athlete, is next to the prisoners, right? It's either one or the other type of thing almost. I don't know what she's supposed to be. She's got her ass out. Great ass, by the way. Kids. Guys playing basketball, they're selling water, there's the pastor, they're playing dice. It's just, you got the two kids fighting over the ball. Interesting cover. Anyway, there you go. I don't even remember what I was talking about to begin with, because I'm still basically kind of drunk. It's been a fun weekend. I had COVID this week. Was feeling better. Thursday, I started I turned the corner a bit, was feeling better. Friday, felt decent, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna do the Forever Story on Saturday, and then this whole fucking Lil Yachty album blew up, so I ended up doing a reaction to that yesterday. Today's Saturday. Whole schedule's up, sticks to the wind type of thing. I don't know why I'm telling you guys that. It doesn't matter. Completely irrelevant. It's gonna be an interesting video. Slightly intoxicated Bob trying to go through the Forever Story. This is the extended edition. That's the only edition that's available on streaming. It has 2007 at the end. So everyone mentioned that too. We make sure you hear that track. It was supposed to be on the original release. One nice thing about not doing an album in real time is if they modify albums post-release, I can capture that in one shot. I don't like that. I don't like that that's a thing. I guess it is a thing. Mostly it sounds like because of samples, but releasing an album and then, Here's the actual ending to the album a couple months later. I'm not into that. Anyway, let's drop in. The first track is called Galaxy, produced by Monte Booker. I don't remember who the production crew off of the Never Story was. I didn't look that up when I was listening to it this week. But here we go. First time listen, Forever Story, Jid. I like Jid. I'm excited to see where this goes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Forever can't be too far away from never. Stay where you are. You are everyone's a star. Every day's a move.
So you don't you don't pick up the motherfucking phone, nigga? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that means you motherfucking fake.
I'm just going to pause. There's probably a transition I'm crushing right now. I never answer my phone, ever. It's on silent. It doesn't fucking vibrate, nothing. And it's sometimes it's a detriment to my life. But for the most part, I love it. I don't like talking on the phone. This cracks me up. Everyone's a star. Every day's the move. Everywhere you are, pray they're gonna rescue you. Forever can't be too far away from never. Just kind of put that in the mind. I'm not gonna speak on it, but this whole outro, him being called fake, kind of interesting too. You know, interesting. My initial thought process is, now that he's made it, he's too busy to answer the phone, and so maybe his friends from before are upset with them and what have you. Anyway, track 2 is called Raydar, Christo Plus, The Hitman, Childish, Major, 212, Quincy Riley. A lot of people on the production list there. All right, let's jump in. Raydar.
Radar, sonar, laser beams, jets, tanks, submarines, megathons, H-bomb, napalm.
I got this shit you would like with a lighter.
Nice
Fuck
hit.
a lighter, I could light
Nice
on the
hit.
stove. Dark at night, I drop a log in the fire. Wander in the woods, out in the cold. I got the shit you could play for your mama. I got the shit you could play for the hoes. I got the shit you could sell to the trappers. Dedicated with the K and the code. I know some rappers that how I'ma say this. I know some rappers who pay, but bro, lot of money, but you played your soul. You played yourself, you played the role. I got some niggas who down the street. Some of my niggas been down the road. Lost a nigga that was down with me. You know what they say.
Neat beat. Really neat beat.
Thrown at the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 6 on the defense.
Okay, they got the shit they could pull out. I know it could blow out a bag.
Interesting, man.
We have a penalty flag thrown at the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 6 on the defense.
Interesting. I'm having a hard time. Like, kind of being drunk is making this extremely difficult. I can tell a huge difference from my normal experience versus right now. My poor little brain is like, what? Anyway, I just want to put that out there so everybody knows. Love the flow. This is what I love about Jid, man. Production aside, I don't even care what he's saying. The way there's just something about his flow. He's got this just quickness to it, very agile. And he just kind of moves around, man. He's just a little bit faster, he's a little bit slower, a little bit. It's just cool, really fucking cool. And there's something about his voice too. Just the sound of a person's voice obviously has an effect. There's iconic voices out there, right? Like Jay-Z's got just kind of that iconic sound in his voice. Biggie also, So I really I like Jid. I like what he fucking does. When I was listening here, this first portion, I remembered Kevin from Turn the Table, Kevin and Connor, they just went to the show in Vancouver, and Kevin said that they used live instrumentation. They had people playing the music on the stage. He said it was fucking fantastic. And I was thinking about that, hearing that bass beat, and like, holy shit, man. It'd be cool live. Maybe I can catch a show. Although I think he's already sold out all of his shows, which is legit, man. That's cool. Let's check out some of these lyrics, because he was going fast. I was having a hard time keeping up. I got the shit you would light with a lighter. Fuck a lighter, I could light on the stove. Dark at night, I'll drop a log on the fire. Wander in the woods out in the cold. I got the shit you could play for your mama. I got the shit you could play for your hoes. I got the shit you could sell to the trappers in Decatur with the K and the Colt. Yeah, all right. That's Atlanta, right? Know some rappers, I'm going to say that. I know some people down the street, down the road. Lost guy. You know what they say, when it rains, it pours. What's really interesting to me is this whole announcer with the penalty. Unreviewed annotation. Not going to read the unreviewed annotation. Because I'm trying to understand what the intent is there. And maybe the idea is, you know, because it's a personal foul, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. You know, maybe he's playing a little, well, that's what the annotation says, playing dirty. But, like, yeah, going a little too hard, being too aggressive here with the track, you know, with all the shit that he can do. Because verse 2, they got the shit they could pull out, and they could pull it back. Yeah. They got the cure to the facts, you know where it's at. They put the money, the crack in a sack. They got the axis, they got the atlas, they got the maps, which is the world, right? That's the world. I got a real bad bitch. They got the people in the office. Some crackers had us in chains. They make the laws, going hard. They even started a gang. Is that the police? Crackers hold positions of power. It's fun saying crackers. I like saying crackers. The police are the biggest gang in the fucking country, by the way. Make a change. They say the same thing. Every day complain and the sunshine and the cloud rain, but won't lift a finger. In the danger, people been endangered, been indentured. Now they've got business ventures. I like this whole snap a finger, I could end adventures, like Thanos after the playoff of Avengers there. All right, let's keep going here.
Somebody told me when I was small that the pride comes
Neat
right
beat
before the
change
fall.
here.
God's son died for us all, so for mine, I'm running through a wall.
Lost the battle, it's still a war.
I'ma steal a cattle, then burn the farm. We could travel, but the journey long. I prefer we get a little murder on. Drop a top on your convertible. How we feeling should concern you. We been speaking, but they never been heard. So now we screaming at you word for word. Orange ambient sunlight and daylight savings might save a nigga life. It ain't never too bright to broad day, nigga. Nighttime vampires, your nigga slay a nigga. Slide like landslides, and you can take they side. I'm a cat straight in the pack. Looking for Jitty, he's straight in the back. Cracking the whip, whipping the crack. Just like them crackers that did to the black. Just as they thought I was finished attacking. The beast awoke and now I pay like the Kraken. They inferior and fear when I'm rapping, but I ain't rapping. This is spiritual, shed a tear so a carrying their miracles happen. Mirror, mirror, why the fuck is you laughing? Be a deer, let me volunteer, cause I'm not in fear. I'ma jump into action. Oh shit.
Holy shit. That was a tear. You know, and I was just praising Jid and talking about how I like his flow. That was a fucking tear. And what's so cool about Jid, he made that shit sound easy. Fucking easy, right? No stuttering, no like tripping over the sounds at all. Just smooth, man. Fucking smooth. That was really impressive. Really impressive. And, you know, not to like say I'm some sort of expert, but I've heard some fucking rappers. I've listened to some rappers crack off some verses. That was a tear. That was, I should have put on my Fire Jam today. Actually, I got the Fire Jam over here. Well, fuck it, whatever. There's stickers. Holy shit. Somebody told me that when I was small, that the pride comes before the fall. God's son died for us all. I want to go through every single line. That's going to take forever, but whatever. So for mine, I'm running through a wall, lost the battle. It's still a war. I'm going to steal the cattle, then burn the farm. I like that line a lot. We could travel, but the journey's long. Before we get a little murder on. Drop the top on your convertible. How we feeling should concern you. We've been speaking, but we ain't never been heard. Great line right there. Speaking, but we're never heard. So now we're screaming at you, word for word. Everything you guys learned, gotta burn. My little guy in a hearse, I was hurt. Fuck a rap verse. I could blur it, trying to see how many earns I could earn. So this is just fucking rage. And the flow matches the content so well, because he's just blazing through this. Blazing through it. Are you entertained or are you concerned? I'd be afraid. I'd be in church. Great line right there, too. I really liked that when he came through. Are you entertained or are you concerned? We take our charge, we take our place, it'll take our hearts, it'll take our faith. But we need the majority to make shit shake, right? Can't do it with a minority, right? That's kind of like a little spin on politics right there. I'm going to get me a quarter, I'm going to get in a car, I'm going to go on a call and go state by state, and I'm picking off the target. I'm picking the target, then I'm picking them off. Better be Beyonce if you say my name. This is annotated, but why? Just reference the song Say My Name by Destiny's Child. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know that one. I don't know that song. You're never too bright to broad day. It ain't never too bright to broad day an individual, right? And I think that means he'll do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to wait till the cover of dark, right? He'll do it in broad daylight. Doesn't matter how bright of a day it is. Nighttime vampires and they'll slay a guy. It's not like landslides. You can take their slide. A beast awoken. I peel at the kraken. They fear when I'm rapping, but I ain't rapping. This is spiritual. Shed a tear so it'll curate when miracles happen. Interesting. Very interesting. You know what's kind of throwing me off though is this is a great verse and he's going off and he's saying a lot of shit, but I don't really understand what he's saying it about. This is an interesting situation of fairly specific while staying vague, you know? And so the song's called Raydar. It's the first track off the album. Goes on this long ass tear. So, and maybe it's just because I'm still buzzing, but you know, it's interesting. Collect my stones, collect my gems, protect my stronghold, respect my shield until I'm long gone. But while I'm here, I can step my fingers, they'll disappear. Huh. Let's move to the next track. Awesome song. That was great. That gets a heart. Raydar, that fucking verse, he just blazed through that. That was so fun to hear him do that. Track 3 is called Dance Now, produced by Aviad and Christo. Let's jump in. Track 3.
Look, JID back in the city with it. Jitty done been all across the globe. They say Jit a scribbler, he silly with it when he spit it. And I hope he don't sell his soul. He should be good, man, he signed a code. He from the hood, nigga down the road. He was just jugging right by the stove. Then they saw the patrol, it was time to roll. Saw the patrol, it was time to ride. Motor running on Memorial Drive. Got a country cousin cruising with the black man Savannah at the Florida Georgia line. You know I'm a rant when I talk to Ja. Nigga said that I can't. Damn lie, ain't dapping no hand.
This is bitchin'.
Your man, landslide, there's a 9 in my pants. Hand cocked, you gon' try to recant, you can now. I can step on the ant pow. I'ma shoot at the ground. Dance now. Dance.
There's a 9 in my pants, hand cocked. Great play on words. That's a fucking amazing line right there. All kinds of double meanings there, right? 9 in my pants, which is, you know, a gun, or he's got a 9-inch, you know. Hand-cocked, of course. Yeah, this is fucking brilliant. That's a brilliant line. Brilliant line. I never thought I'd be praising a song where half of the meaning is, or not the song, but the line. Half the meaning is a guy holding his own dick. It's fun. It's fun. Oh, we got Kitty Mason on this too. Shit, I didn't see that in the feature. Was that listed? No. Oh, JAD and Kitty Mason right there. Okay, well let's roll into Kitty Mason's portion, I suppose, and then we'll try and bang out some lyrics here.
What a handsome gift to live in a land of sin. Ride with bags and bricks. Got my little nasty chick. That's what I asked of him. Told me he grant my wish. She dance with the devil. You never dance again.
Dance now. Dance.
Interesting, man.
Dance now. Dance. 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 Dance now. Dance. Dance.
Very cool sound.
I'm not the. I'm not the.
Oh, I'm gonna pause right there. Interesting. Dance Now. The whole dance with the devil. That's fucking fantastic. Especially because it's a play off of the end here where he was talking about, you know, he's shooting. It's going to make you dance. This is fucking cool so far. You know, all these people talking about Jitty. He's this, he's that. You know, he's from the hood and whatever. And it just kind of, it's this interesting play off of all the things he's probably heard, right? As he's come up, as he's gotten bigger. Got a couple of family members in Atlanta. I like this play too, play on words, because you people bugging spray pesticides, but you think about that's another like double meaning, right? You're bugging as in you're tripping, but bugs, you spray pesticides on bugs to kill the bugs, but spraying probably also has a reference to shooting because they're bugging. You know, you're flipping out, you're just going off shooting people. Like that's cool, man. They're moving weight. It's no exercise. Great play on words right there. Like this is really well done. Only showing muscle when it's flexing time. Interesting. Let's click this annotation. Unreviewed. Not reading it. Not that the reviewed ones are any better. Sometimes the unreviewed are actually brilliant. Let's see what he says here. Oh, but it's long. The set of bars is full of double meaning that relate to working out. Yeah, we understand that. While moving weight, yeah, sure. Jid also uses the euphemism stretch you out, which means to shoot someone, leaving them laid out on the ground. Meanwhile, active stretching out before or after workout. Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah. He also does so with showing muscle, which can refer to packing weaponry. Right. But, you know, that's explaining the terminology. But I want to know what he's talking about. Like, only showing muscle when it's flexing time. You know? Like, I understand what he's saying, but what does that mean? What's he talking about? When, you know, you're only showing muscle when it's flexing time. The first thing that comes to my mind are the people, like when there's a fight and so wants to fight, but he only wants to fight when there's 4 people that'll hold him back. So it's, you know, kind of a show rather than an actual fight. Like, oh, I was going to fight him, but they held me back type of thing. I don't know. Overcame struggle when the devil tried. Let me bear it all while I'm telling God. I could step on an ant pile. I'm going to shoot at the ground. Dance now. Dance. And then you got this Kitty Mason portion, you know. What a handsome gift to live in this land of sin. Riding with bags and bricks and my little nasty chick. That's what I asked of him. He told me, grant my wish. You dance with the devil. You never dance again. And then dance. Cool fucking track. Let's keep going. I've been talking too long.
I'm not a two-stepping man. I said I do not dance. It's a gun inside my pants, and the whole world's in his hands. It depends, penny for your sins. Shooting up the block, can't stop revenge. Nappy dreadlocks like a Rasta man. Where the story ends in the plot again. Mama said the Messiah's in moccasins, trying to save the kids in them apartments. In show a way to live with other options. Opulence, decadence, black excellence, and lots of it. I could cop the newest Beamer, Bentley, or Balenciagas. I could pay for this little nigga scholarship. I ain't caught up in rap nigga politics. Play with me, you playing yourself. Playing with death, saying my prayer.
God, this is fucking great.
I'm in DeKalb County, you'll be carrying catering ship. You gon' try to recant, you can now. I can step on an ant pile. I'ma shoot at the ground. Dance now. Dance.
This is a bitchin' song, man.
Ride with bags and bricks. Got my little nasty chick. That's what I asked of him. Told me he grabbed my wish. You dance with the devil. You never dance again.
Fucking cool. You know what I really like about that song? Jid's on full display again. This guy's great. I don't know where people rank him, where he is in that whole conversation. But this guy's really fucking good, man. People better watch out. Jid's coming. Jid's coming. But what I like so much about this track is it has that feel of dark but enticing, kind of like this whole idea of dancing with the devil, and, you know, the devil making you all these promises and you'll get whatever you want type of thing, and you know, living this life of sin and all these dirty things. It's so you're fully aware of the context of the deal, but you still want the deal. That's what the song feels like. That's just got this sound of like, yeah, yeah, I know this is wrong, but I love it. And I'm in it, and I shouldn't be, and I should be pushing myself out. I shouldn't do this, and, you know. But it's too good. You just can't say no, type of thing. That's what the fucking song sounds like. Cool, really cool. That's not an easy thing to capture. And you know what's really neat too, is the production itself is fairly minimal. You know, they didn't use a lot of sound to make that happen. That was a great track. Great track, man. The second, again, man, fucking Jid, it's just crushing it. It's a gun inside my pants and the whole world's in his hands. Dance. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole... That's the song from fucking Bible study, right? That's so what a great play right there. It's a gun inside my pants. The whole world's in his hands. You could take that as, you know, having kids and this other shit. Like, whole lot going on there. Penny for your sins instead of penny for your thoughts, right? Which is another great play, because penny for your thoughts is just always like, oh, you know, what are you thinking about right now? Something simple, trivial. You have thoughts all the time, right? So penny for your thoughts. What are you thinking about? Penny for your sins means you're sinning all the time. You're sinning just as often as you are thinking. Great, fucking great. Shooting up the block, can't stop revenge. Endless cycle, right? You killed my brother, I'm going to kill you. You killed him, I'm going to kill you. It's constant. Where the story ends and the plot begins. Mama, and look, Mama said the Messiah's in moccasins. What's that about, moccasins, though? Mama say, Mama, assuming the non-cycles, I don't know what the fuck that's going on there. That's an interesting annotation. Trying to save the kids in them apartments and show them a way to live with other options, right? Use your influence to show a way out of all of this, which is basically the cover, right? The cover of the album. Opulence, decadence, black excellence, and lots of it. I could cop the newest Bimmer Bentley, or I don't know what the hell that is. I could pay for a scholarship. I ain't caught up in politics. Play with me, you're playing yourself. Play with death, say a prayer. Kathy and Carl got a K on the shelf. Who is that? He's talking about a book. Okay, possibly. I'm in DeKalb County, open carrying, catering chef. Cooking up another plate of the best. Me and Crystal got it popping like Crisco. Fried chicken, I'm licking her thighs, and I put my face in her breasts. Great play right there. Killer song, man. Shit, this is fun. I can see why so many people recommend it. Let's move on to track 4, which is called Crack Sandwich. Produced by Nami, Cardiac, Groove, TB Hits, and Crisco. Track 4, Crack Sandwich.
Yeah, look, you can tell a nigga like me ain't never had shit. RP, I miss my dogs like Mike Vick. Zombies in that midnight fog, them boys sick on fall. Victim to a gun brawl, started over some bitches. Niggas tripping, they taking whatever's given. The irony when a nigga starving, gotta grip the biscuit. Jump the fence, empty all the dishes out your kitchen. If you witness it, then click, 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 and they spill the grits, spill the kick. Fuck a fair catch, kill him, who trying to take the hit? First take, go to first base. Stephen A. Smith West, on the hip, talking shit like Skip. Or Shannon Sharp, shooting off the top of the clip. And if I got to bring it to you cowards, and it's gonna be sick. Put in my 10,000 hours while the clock still ticks. Zone 6, 5 fingers with the suck my dick. Me and Izzy was slap boxing, nigga bust my lip. For real? Look, you can tell a nigga like me, aim at a nigga like me. Metaphysical things seen in dreams, what you believe. You believe I bleed and draw blood, I'm a fucking artiste. Artist with a gun, I can give my world peace. Give your world ether, big dick of grief. I can give your girl ether. She could be the collapse of a kingdom. But kings gotta peep the seat, word to Caesar. Remind me to keep receipts, y'all shit weak. I ain't worried that bullshit leaked. See the volumes, it speaks to your broke speakers. Niggas breaking they back, trying to promote some shit that ain't even dope.
Wild. This is really fucking good too. There's a lot of layers in this. A lot of layers. I really wish I was sober right now. Holy shit, man. I fucking... You know, I don't want to I try to avoid saying things that are, what would you say, like clickbait or, whatever, right? Like hyperbole. That's the word I'm looking for. But of all the people that are current, who are active, making music, in terms of like my list of favorites, Jid is doing this. Just flying to the top with this album so far. His fucking vocal performance alone, really good. And I don't know how much of this he wrote. It's interesting when you go on Wikipedia and you look at credits for albums, especially hip hop. A lot of people involved with albums. Each track, tons of people, right? No big deal, whatever, right? And I don't know how credits work in terms of, if somebody says, we'll change this word to that word, do they get writing credits for the song? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not trying to say they should or not. But really well written. Lots of double meaning. Great fucking flow. Sounds so easy. Incredible. You can tell a guy like me's never had shit. R.I.P. I miss my dogs like Mike Vick. We all know Michael Vick and the dog things. That's a great little play like that. Zombies, Midnight Fog, then Bar Sick. Fall victim to a gun brawl. Started over some bitches. People tripping. They take whatever's given. This I didn't understand. The irony is when a guy's starving, gotta grip the biscuit. What's a biscuit? Biscuit in this phrase could refer to food money or a pistol. So we don't know. The annotation is basically explaining we don't know what a biscuit is. Okay. It could refer to these three things. Whoa. It could. Nice. Awesome. Jump the fence. Empty all the dishes out of your kitchen. If you witness it, then click, click, click. And they spill the grits. Feel the kick. Fuck a fair catch. Kill him. Who's trying to take the hit? That's a play off of some of the rules for like a punt in football. But it's also like for a fight. It's really fucking interesting. First take, go to first base. Stephen A. Smith West on the hip, talking shit like Skip or Shannon. So Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, they have their fucking show where they argue with each other. This is incredible. Put in my 10,000 hours while the clock still ticks. What the fuck does that mean? In Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers, it is famously argued that it takes 10,000 hours of practice to become an expert at something. Okay. Jid claims he has done his 10,000 and is an expert. Okay. Sure. Me and Izzy was slapboxing. He busted my lip, started fighting little brother on some tough guy shit. But if you ever did me wrong, he's on some what's right shit. So they fight over something that's trivial, but when it's time to get real, he's got his back, which is cool. I like that. And then the chorus is really interesting. When you fall down, his mama said, fall down, stand up, get a bandage. I ain't got cheeseburger, but I need to make a sandwich. Why you being bad? And this falls into, the opening line, as you can tell, I ain't never had shit. So he's just kind of talking about where he's coming from. And then you've got this interlude with people arguing over some stuff. And you believe I bleed, then draw blood. I'm a fucking artiste. Artest with a gun. Who's Artest? Ron Artest. Oh, NBA player. Okay, so he's good at shooting. Sure. Big dick or grief, I can give your girl either. Great line. Goddamn, dude. People breaking their back trying to promote some shit that ain't even dope. They asked for my coat. When I walk through the door, God flow, I don't walk on the floor. It's brilliant. It's just fantastic. I keep harping on this because I'm in Discord often. A lot of people in there, just discussing shit. This guy's good. No, he sucks. This guy's great. No, he sucks. Like, different opinions, of course. And there's plenty of people in Discord who are like, I'm not really into Jid. Why? How? This is great. Let's keep going.
Look, I do it for Royal and Roslyn, Rachel and Carl, Izzy Precious, Destin, strong 7 kids, different blessings.
Fucking dark
Izzy
right
athletic as fuck, all-American star, hard head, scholarship at his school in New Orleans on the football shit, but in class he on the smart shit. Black man using his mind, it's a target on your forehead. Gotta stay on point like a marksman, make a mark, leave a footprint. Went for a marching, bro graduating, so we heading to the boo state. Fam celebrating, granny cooking up a few cakes. Yeah, gown on with the cap like a toupee. Handed the diploma, all the rules say hooray. So beautiful, beating ass was like a family thing. Fighting together made us tighter in spite of how we were arguing, screaming. Now we brawling right outside of a party in New Orleans, and all the people start police calling. Crackers inside of a paddy wagon, we sardines to saltine crackers that wanna shackle us in chains. Lo and behold, they held us in the holding cell for 6 or maybe 7 hours just to let us go without a stain. But who's to blame when all of us got the same mind frame? We like a gang, mom and papa probably be proud and ashamed. Pound for pound, my sister Precious never lost a fade. Got up off the ground and she said she could hear my father saying, when you fall down, stand up, get a bandage. I ain't got cheeseburger money, make a sandwich. Why you being bad? See your dad get your ass whipped. 7 crackhead bad kids in the caravan.
Yo, like the previous track, Dance Now, and how he captured that just the feel of making a deal with the devil. Yeah, again, there's this sound in this track that goes so well with the theme of, there's a great, where was it here? Here we go. Who's to blame when all of us got the same mind frame? And the title's, the crack sandwich is the name of the song. We like a gang. Mom and Pop will probably be proud and ashamed. And what a great 2 lines to just describe the whole fucking situation of how, and the forever story. Like, when is this going to end? How can it end if you all have the same mind frame, right? Interesting, man. This is a cool song. I like too how I killed the transition between the bridge and verse 3, but it just got dark. And on one hand, you would think this is it's a story, and he's just telling a story, and he calls it a confessional, and there are probably people who would brag about this or whatever, right? Because they're out there fighting everybody, holding their own against a lot of people. But it's dark. Like, he isn't proud of this. He's not bragging about this. It's just some shit that happened. And this feels much more like reflective. Like how does shit like this happen? Why does shit like this happen? And why do we have fun with this? Interesting. Really fucking interesting. A lot of just an interesting, subtle layer of self-awareness going on with this one. Let's keep going. I'm 40 minutes in. I've only done 4 songs. It's going to be a long video. Track 5 called Can't Punk Me, produced by Quaranta and JD Beck. Track 5. Huh. Interesting sound.
I was just a, look at me, I was just a po ass nigga before I turned into a poet. Pro kids kicking the dirt, we playing bust 'em up, throw it. Ain't never been off of flat shows, the fuck is a foreign. All of my heroes had zeros and customers growing. Ain't no hoe in me, boy, I ain't going. Pistol point, rib showing, get the point. Try disciplining niggas disappointed. I participated, could have been avoided, but they kill a nigga trying to fill a void. Filling fouls in the drawer. It's a girl, it's a child, it's a boy in the world trying to drown out the noise. You heard that?
I love that. I love how it ramps up and then it slows back down.
Back, alert pack, the flu. Get a knife and get a gun too. Hood niggas don't do kung fu. By the junkyard nigga jumped you. Pull out the pump, can't pump you. Pull out the pump, can't pump me, bitch. Pull out the pump, can't pump me, ho. Pull out the pump, can't pump me, bitch. Pull out the pump, little pump, bitch. Pull out the pump, can't pump me, bitch.
Nigga, I was just in Georgia where the gunshots was storming. Black eye, black eye, black eye. Tell the story, to be or not to be. Dead in the morning. If you knew the cage that I was raised in, shit, my nigga, then you should loot the path. I'm out here blazing. Guess he thought we jump and run cause he was pistol waving. Motherfucker, fuck the devil, boy, I'm from the A, man.
Fucking, I mean, it's just been a fantastic display of flow throughout this whole album so far. I like this to be or not to be, right? That is the question. But he puts the spin of dead in the morning because there's all this shooting going on. I'm just going to say this the whole video. I love Jid, dude. This guy's great. I loved how he sped it up and then slowed it back down again. And he goes off on that chorus. Let's keep going. I've been talking a lot. I don't want to make a 4-hour video today, unfortunately. But this is just fantastic.
You get me? You got me. I always talk about nigga Lil Diamond. That nigga me, you me by pricey. I don't really fuck with these niggas like Gandhi. What's up, nigga? Try me. A lot of this shit just lucky timing. What's up, nigga? Try me. Bro, they brawling the blood, little shiny. What's up, nigga? I got always sniff out a fuck nigga. Underdog, I'm a upset the front runner. Bark big, but a bite is a bit bigger. Okay, pull out the pump, can't pump me. Crocodile Dundee, Crocodile Dundee, knocking out front teeth. Niggas is way too sensitive, touchy. Niggas is aunties. Must be having a monthly. Hit all you want, only heaven can judge me. I just be putting shit bluntly. Life too hard to go out humbly. Pull out the pump, can't pump me, bitch.
This part is great.
Pull out the pump, can't pump me, bitch. Pull out the pump, little pump, bitch.
Thinking when your Stevenson Road ass gonna drop that shit, nigga.
I guess it was a long time before everyone was waiting for this album. He referenced something about the leaks got out. I don't know. I don't know the history of this album and what was going on with it. But what's really cool too is, as much as I'm praising Jid, you got Dr. Dot and you've got Johnny Venus. They both fucking held their own too, which is hard to pull off. It's hard to pull off, man. But both these verses by them are great as well. Somebody cracked off a line that I really liked. I think it was the final verse, though. Yeah, let's see. Oh, right here. The way I rock be IYKYK. If you know, you know. And I actually knew. Yay. I'm a real boy. I don't know why I said that. But I was happy. Happy to understand. Yep, if you know, you know. And I actually knew that reference. Nice. Very nice. Since Ben Stiller with the Blue Steel. Great movie. What's that called? I don't remember what it's called. Great movie, though. Huh. Good shit, man. Death is free. though some deserve worse. You get me? You got me? I don't waste time with nickel and diamond. Interesting line right there. You get me? You got me? Yeah, and this whole track coming off of Crack Sandwich, which is kind of like this self-reflective, like, why is this doing this? But then it rolls right back into, I don't know what you want to call this. I don't want to call it a culture or whatever, but just that world, you know? Here, I mean, especially when you listen to Jid on the chorus, you know, he's got so much energy, he's fucking fully into it, right? But on the previous track, there's this moment of self-reflection and the idea of the forever story and when's this going to end, and this is interesting, man. Track 6 is called Surround Sound. It's featuring Baby Tate, 21 Savage. Cool. Christo, DJ Scheme, and Nuri for the production. Track 6, Surround Sound.
I know I can't afford to stop for one moment, that it's too soon to fall.
Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes surround sounds. Pussy cat on my lap, push it back and go to town down. Putting rap on my back and I'm black and snatching crowns. I came back around like a nigga selling crack and pounds. I got a
cool
bag down,
use
but
of the
it's nothing to
sample.
brag about. Gun blast in the background, I'm a black man with the bloodhounds. Mac 10 making love sounds to a bad chick. She from uptown or from down south, not a loudmouth. We could fuck around. Hit the music, baby, cut it down. Hit the doobie while you do me indubitably. I feel like I'm a bust now. I feel like a bust down. When I shine bright, blind niggas is up now. In the cut, big black truck pack sacked up. You can pick it up now, nigga. Fuck it, okay. Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes surround sounds. Pussy cat on my lap, push it back and go to town down. Putting rap on my back and I'm black and snatching crowns.
You know what's so cool about it too? I mean, great use of the sample, right? But if you listen to this track, if you listen to it closely, they've done a great job of the track is filled with sound in terms of the production, but there's not a lot. But it still fills the space. It's great. Like, I'm not overloaded with anything, and it's not like there's all this stuff happening. It's not super busy. It's just clean, great sample, good bass. It's just fucking so nice. So nice, right? Fuck, man. I wish I could describe it. I wish I was more goodlier with words, but it's fucking fantastic. The production is really good on this. You know, interesting too, man, right? My love for Jid is making me, when I hear 21 Savage, I go, okay, yeah, great. And I mean, it's not like he did a bad job. He did a good job. But my love for Jid is growing immensely. Push the fucking pack off the porch or break a pound down. Get this strap. If having to blow, it makes surround sounds. This was a great line. Hit a doobie while you do me indubitably. I like that. I like that quite a bit right there. Yeah, a really interesting idea. The idea of surround sound and just considering gunshots all around you in your neighborhood. Huh.
Sorry in advance for my bros. They'll whip a nigga ass. What you whipping up? Whoa. Shit in the back. If you looking for the dope, niggas got it in the bag. Cause we trapping on the low. And I'm the shit with the flow. Give me a joke. Heard the nigga say that you the next. No, I'm the best. Tell them bitches stop the motherfucking press stop. Fuck a top 5 list. Get him a vest, he get lopsided. Fuck the cops, we was running from Rottweilers. Most of my partners ain't had papa, just a pop condom. Couple kids with Alzheimer's. 40 on his side. Boy, you might all stop. He on the block violent. Robbing niggas in the hood and then swap genres. Green light, line a nigga up, stop sign him. It's Monopoly game, we stole their properties. Smooth talking and moonwalking, the same little nigga. Small pump with a pool shark. I aim big stick, knock chalk off cue balls, bang this shit.
Fucking A, man. Fucking A. You know, I keep pausing at the end of the tracks, but it's going to be fun to listen to this uninterrupted, and just each track flows right into the next one. This is a fucking fantastic song. Great play on words. Again, all through this whole second verse, or I don't know if it's the second verse, third verse here, which it... I like the whole press stop, fuck a top 5 list. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that Jid's the best, but people better be talking about him, because this is really good shit. Most of my partners ain't have a papa, just a popped condom. Couple of kids with Alzheimer's. That's really good. Really good. 40 on his side. And this is great too. And I mean, not that it's, you know, super deep in meaning, but 40 on his side, boy, you Mike Allstott, he on the block violent. 40 being a gun, 40 being the number of Mike Allstott, who was a great fullback for the Buccaneers for a while, who was great at blocking, right? So violent blocker, like really good block. And he would fucking run too, man. He would just hit people when he ran. So it's just a great play on words right there. Robbing people in the hood and then swap genres. And then there's a couple here. Same posse since Osh Posh Bigosh. That's like a clothing line for kids, right? So they've been the same posse since they're little tiny kids. Treat the rap like I'm pushing rock on the stove with the Pyrex pot, which is non-stick, right? I think so. We on the block. We own the block. It's Monopoly games. We stole their properties. Fucking good shit. Smooth talking and moon walking. Same little people, small pond, but a pool shark. And then he flows right into this playoff of I aim, big stick, knock, chalk off cue balls, bang this shit. Like it's really well done. And what's cool is, one of the things I struggled with Drake is, and I actually want to give Drake credit for. I used to not like it, but as I thought about it, I kind of like it now. He writes almost in like subliminal messages. Like there's a lot of stuff that Drake will put in his lyrics that I don't get, but a lot of his fans get it. And it's almost like this secret code where the Drake fans will understand what he's talking about, but people like me won't get it. And I kind of like that, honestly. But it does leave me kind of in the dark. And so, you know, if you know, you know, and I don't know. And so there's a lot of stuff I just miss. That to say what Jid is doing here, I like this because he writes it in, it's there, you can pick up on it if you want to, you can really analyze it and think about it, or it just works as he flows through. But it's not such a hidden meaning that you have to really dig into, you know, what he's talking about. So I think what I'm trying to do is I'm giving Drake credit for some of the stuff that he does, but there's also the disadvantage of people not understanding what's going on. And so, you know, it's one of the things that you choose to do as you write your lyrics. Cool track. I can see why. I mean, this is obviously the biggest one off the album. It's got over 115 million listens. I can see why. Huge hit. Makes total sense. The fucking production is just, beautiful. Just, you know, chef's kiss type of thing, right? Let's move on. Track 7 is called Kody Blu 31, produced by Christo Benji, Yuli, and Tay Reno. Lots of different production credits on this album so far. All right, track 7, Kody Blu 31. Oh, wow.
And now,
my niggas,
our feature presentation.
Interesting.
I pray to Lord my soul to keep. The pressure makes me, the journey takes me to places where history can't stop or break me. You know it rains for something. You know the pain's for something. I hope a change is coming. Just keep on swaying on.
Cool. Oh, fuck yeah.
bitches don't know shit about our stress, about our woes, and my obsession with success by definition of my own. Sure as death is waiting on our flesh and bones. Demon calling my spirit, had to click the phone. Couldn't get to Courtney quick enough to give her warm big hugs. Told her you like the strongest woman on the fucking globe. I watched my mama lose her mama, go through drama and trauma, but had to keep her head high so we don't fucking know. I'm getting older, so when the world's feeling enormous on your back and on your arms,
wow.
Your feet just as heavy, you've been dragging through the storm. Staring at this city, but you trapped inside the hole. Get your back up off the roads, keep swinging on.
Wow. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. Beautiful chorus. And that second verse too. You know, as I lay myself to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep, which was like the child's prayer, right? Or the bedtime prayer, whatever the fuck you call it. The pressure makes me, the journey takes me to places where history can't stop or break me. The second verse is incredible. Talking about, you know, it's got about to swing on Terry Payne because he said my sister's a hoe, and getting high from Mr. Sweet. Chariots are swinging low. That's a song. Swing low, sweet chariot. And the Pee Wee tried to swing on me, and you know, it's just all these different swings, right? Sure as here we go. Swear you bitches don't know about our stress, about our woes, and my obsession with success by definition of my own. Great, important line right there. By definition of my own. Don't let other people define your success. Huge. That is huge. And I feel like this country, this society, not even necessarily just America, but this culture, we let other people define success for us, and it's touted in certain ways, and fuck that. You define your success. If success for you is getting up out of bed and going for a 1 mile jog and you do it, you did it. You're successful, okay? You define your success, whatever that is. Only you can get your wins, man, and don't let anybody take that shit away from you. Sure as death is waiting on our flesh and bones, demon calling my spirit had to click the phone, hang up, right? Couldn't get to Courtney quick enough to give her warm big hugs, told her you're the strongest woman on the fucking globe. I watched my mama lose her mama, go through drama and trauma, but had to keep her head high so we don't fucking know. Somebody died, obviously, but I wonder if this whole bit right here is talking about how his mom tried to keep it a secret so people wouldn't fucking know, like just tried to carry that on her own so other people wouldn't have to deal with it, kind of a thing. I don't know. It's an interesting one right there. I'm getting older, so when the world's feeling enormous on your back and on your arms and your feet are just as heavy, you've been dragging through the storm, staring at the city, but you're trapped inside a hole. Get your back up off the ropes, keep swinging on. Fantastic. Fantastic. And then it goes into that beautiful chorus. That's a great song. That might, as fantastic as surround sound is, I think Kody Blu 31 might be my favorite. Great song. Holy shit, man. Wow. Let's move on. Track 8 is called, I think this is said Bruddanem. Bruddanem? Like brother and them, Bruddanem? I think. Featuring Lil Durk, produced by DJ Kody 2 and Christo and Yuli. Track 8, Bruddanem. Funky little bass line right there.
If you my nigga then. Twin. Thick or thin. I was a kid when my brother went in. Now you little brother the man. Kinda like Pac in a butter rim. Couple M's. Cut a check. Cut the film. I got a Glock for my Bruddanem. I spin a block for my Bruddanem. My brother's ride though.
I like the building here. The swelling of the sound.
My brother's ride through. Did for my brother, my hitter, my slugger, my nigga, my jigger, my killer, my dog. Did for the women, my niggas. Most of them really be realer than y'all. When I was little, remember we literally can't forget all the shit that we saw. Jaja hit a nigga right in the jaw. We ain't jumping, we just letting them brawl. Every summer it was somebody dead and somebody scared, so nobody saw.
I love this. This whole album is fantastic. Every single song has a heart so far, by the way, for the record. Every single song. Even the, well, I didn't heart the Galaxy because it's just 50 seconds, but even Galaxy was kind of neat. Here for the women, my people, most of them be realer than you all. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see, verse 1. Yeah, okay. There was something in here that he said that I wanted to catch on here. Verse 2. When I was little, remember, we literally can't forget all the shit that we saw. So, you know, hit this dude. We ain't jumping, just let him brawl. Every summer, it was somebody dead and somebody scared, so nobody saw. Right? Nobody saw, meaning when they're talking to the cops because they're scared. Yeah, I saw it, but I can't tell you because then I'll get fucking killed, right? Buddy in jail, and somebody called, collecting the bail, somebody's boss. Laid off, stayed in bed. Hell no, what the fuck you done did? All that stress in taking care of the kids. Give us something that can take off the edge. That's another thing too, is I don't think I talk about it too much, but you know, you consider these environments, right? And we obviously think about, oh wow, that's crazy, you know, robbing and fights and gunshots and all this other shit. But something that we don't consider is just the fucking stress that puts on somebody trying to just navigate that. And then if you've got kids, like, oh my God, dude, that's something that always, that's something that has brought me into these stories and made them so much more believable. Not that I don't believe them to begin with, but like, it's just hard to imagine, right? But if I think about trying to raise a child in that type of situation, puts a whole new spin on it for me, obviously, because, you know, I'm a father. And so, yeah, because I mean, we live in a safe neighborhood, it's quiet and stuff, and I get concerned about my son. And I won't say why, I mean, everything's fine, but it's just something that exists in the mind. And so when you fucking live in this world, holy shit. I mean, every day you'd have to think, this might be it. This might be the last day I see my kid. He's off to school or off to wherever, and maybe this is the last time he walks out the fucking door. I can't even imagine that. I can't. I would just, oh my God, dude. Crazy. Here was the line that was, you know, I never snitched, never done no sucker shit, because he'll hush for me if it was him. He'll bust for me if it was him. So you know it's all toes 10. I don't know what that means. The only thing I can think of is hanging 10 with your toes off the front of a longboard. You hang 10. But what is this? I don't understand the reference here. Jid is saying he's 10 toes down, meaning he's committed or solid for his brother. So he's not snitching. I don't. That's an unreviewed annotation. Maybe. So you know it's all toes 10. Maybe standing up for him. He's going to stand up for him. I stand up on my toes. I'll stand up tall. I don't know. Anyway. Let's keep going. Fucking cool track, man. Every song has been fantastic, but this is cool.
You better watch for my Bruddanem. You gotta watch my bros. I'm finna cop for my Bruddanem. You call the cops on my Bruddanem. You don't know Bruddanem struggling. That shit ain't nothing about nothing. My brother say let's slide, well then my sister sliding too. It ain't no slipping on.
Cool sound, man. Just a cool. The production's been so good on this whole album.
I swear to God it's bad for you. When there's nothing else they thought I would do. My brother's right.
10 millimeter is different. My brother had gave me one of his switches. My uncle be bitching. They told me he snitching. So when I grew up, I was blessed in my distance. We slept out the window, being hungry an issue. Power knocked out, slept close to a window. My brother, same mama, this real. What I be saying, this shit is official. I get rich, you get rich. I got rich, you rich now.
2 wraps on this do-rag. 2 straps when we're out for dinner. Take care of your skin. Take care of your liver. I won't let them in. I won't let you wither. I won't let you, let you, let you, let you.
Fascinating. So I want to mention something here because I've criticized Lil Sims, I've criticized Drake, I've criticized Kanye for rhyming structures that end with the same word over and over again. However, there are times when I feel like it works, and I think in this situation it works because this poem Yeah, you got the N-word constantly, right? But I feel like there's context to this because I kind of have issue with that word being used so prominently in hip hop culture and what have you. And I mean, I understand the idea of, taking a word that was awful and essentially taking it back and repurposing it. But I feel like in this situation, this specific instance with this poem, it's kind of being reused again in the sense of we are all this and we are all this type of person stuck in this world. If that makes sense. These people, these street people, type to never leave, roll something, hold something, anything to disappear, like everybody wants to get out. But we're all this. And so that word being associated with a group of people all stuck in the same situation, that's why it works, if that makes sense. Lil Durk did a fucking good job too. Good job. And I like in his verse, he kind of takes some of the things that Jid was talking about, Bruddanem, in his verses, and puts a little bit of a spin on it. 10 millimeter, it's different. My brother had gave me one of his switches. My uncle be bitching. They told me he's snitching. So it's a little bit of the reverse, right? All the things Jid's going to do for his brother and all this other stuff, but now it's kind of spun around a little bit. Fuck the ops up so bad they trying to establish a sit down. But he can't sit, brah, but he got hit, brow. Interesting. Cool track. Let's move on to the next one, because the next one's called Sistanem, produced by Hollywood Cole, Christo, and Yuli. And I'm curious to see where this one goes. So track 9 is called Sistanem.
Look, you told me never let this get a hold of me. You hate to see me hurt, you wanna hurt someone for me. Way too down to earth, don't do no dirt for me, please. I don't need nobody else taking a deal or replete. God knowing what I'm doing, he gon' deal with me. Niggas ain't cut like that, chill kill for me. And I don't care if we don't speak for like a million weeks. You right there when I need you, but I know these ain't your kind of people. I finally bought a home to raise my family. I'm done with all the hoes and their anatomies. I tried to call your phone again, you said it wasn't on it. By the time you got my letter, I was long gone. Mommies, daughters, mothers, callers, wallers, fathers.
Wow. Just pausing real quick because I love this line. You know how this shit goes. When family's gone, you don't know what you're here for. And he's talking about being on the road and packing shows, hoes and nymphos, like just the distraction of being away from all those people who he's there for, right? He's trying to make money, trying to get these people out of the situation that was, it's been described so many times already in this album. Beautiful chorus. This is a longer song, so let's keep rolling and we'll see where the lyrics go.
Yeah. You said I shouldn't worry about the fame. You seem to be concerned of what you heard about the game. Cause soon as niggas get a little change, niggas change. And playing with the Lord's name, saying it in vain. You heard the song and said I did the same thing. You seeing something different in my eyes, and she emphasized it. And I ain't get it at the time, I couldn't listen, had to call her back. Line pack, sold out tickets, I'm on the wrong track. I'm not the only one affected by the poison in the mind and the lifestyle. The shine from the iced out diamonds that combine with misogynistic mindsets. Dialect from slave diatribe, they try and dissect or redigest. I toss that mindset overboard like an object. I'm trying to find a letter to the Lord from the projects. Cause when I was a boy, I didn't know that we was poor.
I gotta touch on this. I love this line because when I was a boy, I didn't know that we was poor. When you're a kid, you don't know. You just your world is your world, and that's normal, and that's what it is, and yeah, and it's one of the biggest issues. Well, there's so many issues, right, with the poor neighborhoods and stuff like that. Is kids grow up, especially fuck with everything, right? Terrible policing, poverty, fucking drugs, violence, broken marriages, all this shit, right? The kids grow up in these worlds going, oh, this is normal. And their brains just form into that, thinking this is normal, this is what life is. And so the cycle just fucking goes on and on. The forever story. It just goes on and on. Because the kids can't fucking get out, obviously, right? They're kids. And when you grow up thinking it's normal, there you go. And how can you change? It takes a lot of effort to break out of that. This verse was amazing. This verse was amazing. Let's get into it. I was going to skip over it because it's been a long video, but we're going to get into this because we got to touch on this. This is a fantastic song. Sistanem gets a heart for sure. This might be my favorite one off the album. Got a couple favorites right now. Kody Blu and Sistanem. It's kind of a toss against hip hop, right? He's kind of lashing out against them. She said, you said I shouldn't worry about the fame. You seem concerned what you heard about the game. As soon as people get a little change, people change. Great play right there on words. Well done. And playing with the Lord's name, saying it in vain. You heard the song and said, I did the same. You're seeing something different in my eyes, she emphasized. So she, whoever she is talking to Jid, worried, right? It's changing him. This whole rap thing is changing him. And I didn't get it at the time. I couldn't listen, had to call her back. Line pack, sold out tickets. I'm on the wrong track. Road back, fuck it, I'm hitting it. I'm going to bulldoze the globe for the dough. As long as I'm selling shows, you ain't selling for your soul. So basically, whoever he's talking to, she's saying, well, at least your rap is better than fucking selling crack, right? I feel like she was yelling like Azalea in the megaphone. I don't know who that is. Azalea Banks used megaphone during her Coachella set. Okay. I'm going to hit you in the morning. Keep your message on. Sit alone for a second. Ask questions, choices, destination, courses, highways, routes, Royces, rolling voices. Is that supposed to be a play on Rolls Royce? I think so. Royces, rolling voices. Yeah. They don't mention it here in the unreviewed annotation. I'm not the only one affected by the poison in the mind and the lifestyle that shine from the iced out diamonds that combined with misogynistic mindsets, dialect from slave, diatribe, the trying to dissect to re-digest. I toss that mindset overboard like an object. Fucking awesome. I'm trying to find a letter to the Lord from the project because I was a boy, I didn't know that we was poor. And now I'm on tour. I got a moment to explore my people and show my people something we ain't never seen before. Interesting contrast, right? This person's talking to Jid, telling him you're changing and all this other stuff. I can hear it in the music and whatever. But Jid's kind of poking back a little bit, saying, hey, this is something we've never had before, so I'm going to plow the globe for that dough. This is a great track.
Why do I get so damn high
it's fantastic.
That I can't feel my face? Try to free my mind, but I can't find a way.
I never gave that much a fuck about this shit to let it challenge my integrity. But you questioning me got me thinking you thinking less of me. The lesson in this shit is we should talk face to face, fuck the messaging. Meet me in the flesh and you can see I'm still Lil Destin. Lil Brubby, Lil BB, bald head, there's a baby in the huggy. Stunned like my dad, I'm a druggie. Money in my hands, but it's bloody. Try to understand if you love me, ayy. Make plans, we can roll like the old days. FaceTime call came with the stone cold face. And I know that Jesus died 33 like you and he probably did the same shit that we like doing. I know you got to feel the animosity brewing. It's getting bad and I'm sad our relationship ruined over some trash, but it's past that. Send me all the money that I gave you over Cash App back since you acting as if you...
We're sorry, you have reached a number that is...
Brilliant. Brilliant. I think that's my favorite song. I was saying she, whoever she is, sister. It's a sister. Sister in them. That's an incredible song. I love how it ends. Not with the hanging up on the phone. I mean, that's brilliant too, right? But that you just sit there in the sound for a while and you can feel, well, I feel like you can feel Jid just feeling that, this disconnect, this lost relationship with his sister. It's getting bad and I'm sad our relationship ruined over some trash, but it's past that. Send me all the money that I gave you over Cash App back since you acting as if you, and then hangs up, right? So they're not even fucking talking anymore, I guess. This whole fucking verse is amazing. Amazing. I never gave that much a fuck about this shit to let it challenge my integrity. But you questioning me got me thinking you thinking less of me. Less than this shit. We should talk face to face. Fuck the messaging. Meet me in the flesh and you can see that I'm still a little destined. Lil Brubby, Lil BB, bald head as a baby in the Huggies. That's honestly like beautiful right there. Lil Brubby. Stunt like my dad, I'm a druggie. Money in my hands, but it's bloody. Try to understand if you love me. This is a great song. Great song. Figured you was mad at me when you said you need a break from the family and you're not participating in no pagan holiday gatherings. Last time I seen you, we was sending her home. October, November, December was gone. But yeah, wow, this is incredible. Sistanem, fantastic track. That's an amazing song. Very open. Very open. And the way it concludes is brilliant. God damn, this is a great album. No wonder people are talking about this shit so much. I mean, it could stop here. Done. Easily. Fantastic album. But we still got a lot more tracks to go. A lot more. That's a number, by the way. A lot more. Speaking of more tracks, track 10 is called Can't Make You Change, featuring Ari Lennox, produced by Elite Christo, bass charity AJ Hall. Drop it in track 10.
Can't make you change.
Interesting.
Can't make you change.
Look, stuck in my ways, I know it kinda sucks. Wasting all this time and trust. Diamonds in the rough, they had the toughest luck at finding love. You can't change a nigga playing games, girl, you should find a sub. Music Soul Child or Lil Wayne should teach me how to love. Or teach you how to turn a hoe into a house husband from out the club. Known as a buster, TLC would call me a scrub. Back when I was, but now I'm getting it slow as fuck. I'm growing up and you know that I'm stubborn. You trying to rush it, but
can't make you change.
Ah, God, another just great track.
Can't make you change.
Baby, don't leave, you're all I need. And if you stay, then I'ma change my ways. Baby, don't leave, you're all I need. And if you stay, then I'ma change my ways.
Just a quick pause. Super chill track. I like it. A good chill jam going on, you know. Some fun play on words here. Known as a buster, TLC would call me a scrub, which is obviously a huge song by them. Or teach, maybe, I don't know who this is, Soul Child or Lil Wayne should teach me how to love, or teach you how to turn a hoe into a house pub husband from out the club, right? Good little play there from, because, you know, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife is always the same, but now he's calling himself a hoe, trying to turn him into a house husband. I like that. Huh. Let's keep rolling. I just wanted to touch on that. I like that right there. Super chill. Super chill. Let's drop into verse 2.
juggling pain and struggling problems, looking for danger, dugging and dodging. I got the banger and not a small when niggas be changing like a revolver. You been the same, but you done been solid, man. I got the applaud you, fuck all the fame and fuck all the dollars, man. But what they talking, I'm ashamed. They feel like I lose the game.
You know what I'm saying? My baby daddy pissed me off today. So we could talk about these niggas. Zero accountability. Want a bad bitch, but too much responsibility.
A nigga want change, trying hard as I can.
Cool
But it's hard
beat
trying to
switch
redesign
right there,
the nature of
man.
man. D&D, she in my DM for my DNA strands. I ain't fall for the scam. Then again, I'm fighting off all the thoughts in my pants. Pretty bras, menage, and spin a fallout in France. In the stars on the ocean, in the boat of the sand. Don't you lie to me, do me like you Delilah and Samson. I can change, you ain't even really give me a chance. You my little Red Riding Hood. Thought you was hiding, how you feeling, it's kinda obvious. On a connecting flight to Atlanta, leaving LaGuardia. Arguing over anonymous women, now we got the audience.
Don't play with me. Where's the coin? Come pick up your kids and go home to your bitch. The one that you can play with.
I just keep thinking about the title of the album, Forever Story. And, God, this song is brilliant too. I really like what Jid's doing throughout this album. He's telling such a cool story, and he's telling it in this great combination of very open and raw, honestly. Well, they're not necessarily raw, open. There's some rawness, but it's really honestly a lot more smooth than just like raw emotion, you know? But there's a lot of subtlety in the layers, the way he's saying some of this stuff. This album, this track, you know, can't make you change. I'm trying to change. You got to give me chances. All this other shit, right? But then you get into the bottom. You know, these little inserts, these samples of basically the woman who's telling him to change, or the woman who's pissed off at him because, you know, he's off fucking around being a famous rapper, right? But then there's also this mindset of, you're not good enough for me. Yeah, fuck you. You're just off screwing. You know, this final part really kind of puts it into perspective, I think. Don't play with me. Raise your coin. Come pick up your kids and go home to your bitch. Very condescending, disrespectful, and so. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't be, but what I'm just saying is that mindset right there, and how that feeds into certain cycles of. It's hard to want to change for somebody when all they do is talk shit on you, right? Even when you're a famous rapper, they're still going to talk shit on you, and they're still going to talk down on you. And it's probably part of that as a defense mechanism, you know, rather than being hurt by somebody, I'm just going to disrespect you and treat you like shit so that I don't get hurt, right? But it's just really interesting in the context of everything else that's been said in this album so far. Can't make you change, because I think there's some change that needs to happen on both sides of this relationship, in the sense of, yes, you know, and I'll just say Jid, I don't know if this is specific to him. I'm assuming it is because he's been pretty open so far with this album. But yeah, don't fucking cheat on your women, right? Have a meaningful relationship with people. But that's hard to do when you're young and you're rich and you're famous and you're out touring the fucking world for your shows, because there's going to be women everywhere. But then the other side, too, is other people who refuse to forgive. That's got to change as well. Relationships don't work without forgiveness. And I'm not saying that the woman in this should have forgive Jid. And all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the mindset of, I'm not going to forgive this person. That has to change as well. Otherwise, nothing changes. This is fucking fun. So fun. Let's move on to track 11, which is called Stars. It's featuring an artist by the name of Yassine Bey. I know him as Mos Def. I'm excited because I got to hear Black Star recently, and that was a fantastic album. It's produced by Bad Bad Not Good, which I recall that name. Christo, Eric Jones, I think is new to me. Anyway, dropping into track 11, Stars. Sounds like a Zen garden or something, right? Trippy.
Baby girl, have faith in a nigga without a job, and let a nigga stay at your place. Play it for your friends when I drop a mixtape. Both of us will win if I get a big break. Broke nigga dick, baby, had a long day. Tryna get rich by a dose. Ain't go born a baby, to be honest. Don't be trying to play me, I'm an artist, baby, I'm an artist, baby, I'm an artist. I've been trying to make it, I'm a grind, I'm taking what is mine, I'm racing with the time.
I've been trying to make it, I'm a artist, making it a promise, chasing with my heart in it.
Interesting. Everybody wanna come and hang with the stars. Pinky ring chain, bling bling in the cars. 100 miles an hour on the way to Liar. You don't even believe in Jesus, wearing Christian DR. You crazy on the Twitter, who we need for PR. You out of control, POWER. Went to the head and now you doing bodily harm. On the mess and nobody won't say it because they scared to lose a gig. But yeah, you wanna be J, kid. I used to wanna be Jay. I used to wanna be Wayne. I used to wanna be Kanye and Andre 3K. And now my homegirls wanted to be Beyonce. Can you pay my telephone? Well, shit. I was just looking for a deal. Working so hard, had to sharpen my skills.
This is incredible too. God, this album is unbelievable. No wonder everyone's just going on and on and on about it. This is unbelievable. The first verse is great because it's, I'm an artist and I'm trying to make it and I'm sensitive about my shit. I really like that. I'm sensitive about my shit. But it's set off to the side. He's sensitive about even saying he's sensitive about it, which is cool. I like that. And so this is kind of like, I'm trying to make it, and the early days, right? Before before things blow up, before you've got confidence in what you do, heavy way to hold the head and notice, just a long and cold and scary. But I don't even feel a thing no more. I set my goals and I'm prepared. So that is kind of a contrast to being sensitive, right? Not sensitive anymore, I guess. Then you roll into verse 2. Everybody wants to come hang with the stars. So now he's made it. You know, he's not sensitive anymore. Now he is an artist, a successful artist, and he's all this other shit. And pinky ring, chain, bling bling, and the cars. You don't even believe in Jesus wearing Christian Dior. I guess that's got to be like a fragrance or something. You crazy on Twitter. You out of control power. Went to the head and now you're doing bodily harm on the meds and nobody want to say because they're scared to lose a gig. You're out of control power. Why does he write out power? Within this reference, he references Kanye's power track and uses it to make an ironic statement as Kanye clears. Oh, this is about Kanye. You crazy on Twitter? Well, maybe it's about Kanye. Let's reread this with the idea of it being about Kanye. You crazy on Twitter who would need for PR? You out of control POWER. Went to the head, and now you're doing bodily harm on the meds, and nobody want to say because they're scared to lose a gig. Maybe. Oh, so this is interesting here on the annotation. You can't see it on the screen, but you know he spells out power, and it starts with POW, which is prisoner of war. This is what the annotation is talking about, and then ER is a hospital room. That's kind of interesting too. It could be intentional. Some of these things, though, you wonder. There's all these notes and annotations, and people were saying this is what it means, and I know I say all that shit too, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what it means. You know, our interpretation of it, while it can be fun to explore those things, it doesn't mean that's what the artist's intent was. So I don't think I'm going to get on board with him saying, you know, this is about Kanye. I don't think so. It could be, but I'm not going to take that position. On the meds and nobody want to say it because honestly, this could be anybody. Things going to your head. You're on medication, you know, nobody wants to tell you no because they don't want to get kicked off the tour or whatever. They don't want to lose a gig. I mean, that can apply to fucking any goddamn musician out there, right? Who's just on drugs and making a lot of money and having fun and what have you. But yeah, you want to be Jid. See, and that's the thing. You want to be Jid. So I don't think Jid's saying Kanye wants to be Jid, right? Kanye's already been Kanye. All my homeboys want to be Jay and Wayne and Kanye and Andre 3K. And see, he even references Kanye after that. So I don't think this is about Kanye. I disagree with that annotation. All my homegirls want to be Beyonce. Working so hard, had to sharpen my skills. Working my dog, still sharpen my steel. Was still in an apartment, stealing and starving. Fast forward, I'm in a building with stars, and I got a Yachty car. I got Yachty, and I got in Yachty car. He got stars in the ceiling. Is this... Oh, they did a collab? I didn't realize they did a collab. I did Yachty's album yesterday. That was fucking fantastic. Got to know the difference in the stars and the gimmicks. Are you really in it for the arts or the image? This is a great question. Do you really live it in your heart and your spirit? It's part of all you are and all you isn't. I think this is a great little portion here because if you want to be an artist of any kind, yeah, you gotta be in it for the art. And then the success is the bonus. People who try and do it to be successful, I mean, you can do it, I suppose, but I don't think it's going to last very long. Something like this album does not happen. It is not made by somebody who wants success. This is made by somebody who wants to make something meaningful. And that's why it does so well, because it shows, it comes out. Let's keep rolling. This is great.
And now, a word from my ancestors.
Man, I like these new slaves.
Your chain hanging, bling, swinging, back breaking, but it's gleaming. Problem posture, double cup leaning, slide. Slouching, tiger pimping, dragging on swagger. VVS is very vertebrae, snapping, lights flashing. A manicured appearance, concealing the shattered spirit. Jim sneering out the paradox prism. The palace as the prison. Retail religion, red carpet constriction. Freedom is the fiction. This nigga race specific. Is race really existing? Make it the bag, you tripping. They touch too tiny to the titan. Eyez double lion. Conquering lion, not the liar. Seek the garden, flee the fire.
That was great. Of course it was great. I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4.
I should call him Yassine Bey, right? I mean, that's the name he goes by now. I shouldn't say Mos Def. I hope that's not an offensive thing to say that, Mos Def, but Yassine Bey. That was great. Bey, tap in. So Yassine Bey, tap in. They tap out like type in. They touch too many. They touch too tiny to the Titan. Ya-S double N. Double I-N. Oh, God. I can't even say it right, but the way he did it was brilliant. I like that the beat switched for him. It's kind of cool. I like these new slaves. And that's just a stab at the industry, right? I mean, it just happens over and over and over again. These artists, they come up and and then they just get consumed by this machine that feeds off of their success. And so the idea of an artist being a slave to the industry, basically, and it's a slave to all these people that make money off of them. A manicured appearance concealing the shattered spirit. Jinn snare, not the paradox prison. The palace as the prison. Retail, religion, gotta sell, right? That's the only thing that matters. You gotta sell. And yeah, here's your big fancy house, but it's your prison. Which, I mean, that's a good metaphor, but also it could be real in the sense of you took an advanced pay from the company, right? From the album company, the record company. And now you got to pay that all back. So your mansion that you bought becomes your prison. You don't even own it yet. You got to make sales to pay back your advance that you got. Red carpet constriction. Yes, you're walking on the red carpet, but you're only allowed here. And who lays down the red carpet? They do. So you're only allowed to walk where they say you can walk. So that's another way to consider the new slave, right? The freedom is the friction. As people race, specific as race really existing. And then this part, man, get the bag, you're tripping. Go ahead, partner, hit this, sip this, wish list, top 10. Anybody who tries to push back against that idea, you're tripping. You're tripping, right? Just drink this, sip this, take this. And then it rolls into the whole fucking wish list, hit list, top 10, shit list, bitch list, checklist. You know, kind of just spills over into all the distractions and all the shit that happens inside. That's fucking amazing. No relation, Taxman like the Taliban and ISIS, no relation to the class of Osiris. Ancient Egyptian mythology, ISIS was the sister and husband to Osiris. Yassine uses double entendre to transition ISIS. Okay. I don't know. I just wanted to see if Osiris was a reference to Egypt, and it was. Okay. Great track, as always. Stars Gets a Heart. Let's move on to track 12, which is called Just in Time. It's featuring Lil Wayne. It's got Kenny Mason and produced by Christo and Monte Booker. Track 12.
Woke up at 6, pray to a 9, 12, was already running from 12, a nigga was flying. Hey, I got the time today, bitch, I got the time. Hey, I got the time today, bitch, I got the time.
Time is of the essence, I'm progressively improving. Impressive and I'm pressing if you second guess my movements. First to the bullshit, who trying to hang with me? I brought the nooses. I draw the stainless like you draw conclusions. It's a ball of confusion. The writings on the wall was all illusion. You got the drip, but that shit all pollution. I shot the clip and had another for the audible. All the bullshit aside, boy, I got plenty time. I've been ready for whatever, anytime. From a city where niggas on killing time. In your pocket for nickels or penny dimes. Nigga shot him, but shit, he got minimized. We was living by him. I would go inside behind the window, hide.
I don't like the production on this one. At least on first listen. Maybe I'll get used to it, but the sample, I guess, that's being used. I don't like that it just repeats over and over again. I find it honestly distracting. I was having a hard time paying attention to Jid. His flow is fantastic on this. And I like the bass beat. I just don't like the sample repeating. It just, I don't know. But I wonder if it's on purpose. Like, if that's the point, is to kind of make it hazy in the sound. I don't know. And maybe it's just me. Because you got this line, I draw the stainless like you draw conclusions. That's a great line because, you know, people draw conclusions without even realizing it, right? So that's how easy it is for him to draw a gun. It's a ball of confusion. The writings on the wall was an illusion. You got the drip, but that shit all pollution. And so this portion of the track made me think, well, maybe this looping sample in the background is supposed to add to this feeling of confusion, but I'm not really into it. In your pockets for nickels or penny or dimes. Shot him, but shit, he got minimized. He was living by, Ma would go inside, behind the window hide, trying to dodge bullets from a Dodge. So there's a drive-by, they're hiding inside the house. God left when the winter came, then the summer died. Rain, rain, come another time. I'll be rapping till I'm mummified. Interesting. Let's keep rolling. But yeah, I'm not really feeling the production on this one.
Time is of the essence, I'm a blessing in Balenciaga. Diamonds are impressive, but their best friends are expensive. Drama, hours of affection, no protection. I'm within without it. Why am I so reckless? Is a question that don't get responses. Tie them down, inspect them, disconnect them if there's any power. Cowards talk excessive, pistolene is what I rinse them out with. Tired of contestants, invest in the winners. Kayam, I'm so timeless, but I got plenty time. No science, but I got plenty slimes. More kindness than alone sent the slime. No problem to kill them, that's killing time. I done did my time, but you know they still be trying to give me time till the end of time. Since the beginning of time, I put in the time, and that's all the time, that's in the time.
Tell Tim and Switch to hit the Insta live. I put a million on us versus anybody. That's plenty dimes, niggas been advised. That's a warning sign. I just got into the game to gentrify. What's a modern rapper to a renaissance? Nigga, I be snapping to the end of time.
Huh. I just don't like the production. I don't like that looping sample. Maybe I'll get used to it. The flow throughout the whole album, or the whole song, is amazing though. So it kind of bums me out. Diamonds are impressive, but their best friends are expensive drama. What's funny? Why am I so reckless? Is a question that don't get responses. Like, it doesn't even answer that question. I like that a lot too. Cowards talk excessive. Pistarine is what I rinse their mouth with. I'm so timeless, but I got plenty of time. No sinus, but I got plenty slimes. I don't know what slimes are. More commas than a long sentence. That's great. I like that. That's great. Long sentences, obviously, all these different breaks until you get the commas, but he's got a bunch of commas because he's making a lot of money. That's cool. I like that one a lot. Since the beginning of time, I put in the time, and that's all the time. That's in time. All right. Yeah, that was a cool track. Not in the production. We'll see if it grows on me. But let's move on to Money, which is produced by Crisis. And that is track 13. Here we go.
It's gonna be a bunch of little kids, a bunch of little boys and girls singing this little part right here. Maybe these are words, something like this. Money on my mind more than half the time. They put our masks on the money, so I mastermind. Don't mind the mess, I'm a mad scientist scrapping rhymes. She really Jimmy Neutron mixing a nuclear. And as their eyes are watching God, I'm trying to rise above poverty, philosophies, and prophecies to rise. Follow me forward forever, never fall too far behind. As I tell my testimony, test the verdicts at a time. He was dumb without a dime. Youngest in the family, succumb from out the crime. Came from East Atlanta, Moreland after South to shun. In his path, 20 East was probably like the Autobahn. But we never had the things, so this all was in my thoughts. Because I ate so many bologna sandwiches as a child, I'd kill a nigga if he made one for me right now. Ironic that being broke is an expensive lifestyle. No wonder they selling dope from sunroll to sundown. Try and get more, scream it out the window. Money, money, money.
I don't know how I feel about this one either. I mean, it's cool. I think the problem is it's not so much, Just in Time or Money. Not so much that they're not good songs. I think just the first half of this album is so unbelievably good that now I'm like, okay, whatever, I ate so many bologna sandwiches as a child. I'll kill a dude if he made one for me right now. I do like this too. Ironic that being broke is an expensive lifestyle. Yeah, because we don't have any money. Everything's expensive, right? Yeah. Father Time fucked Mother Earth and had Uncle Tom. Now them crackers snatching black cats by the tongue. I didn't get that at all. Long ass fucking annotation. Jid then proceeds to say how white politician pundits and or cops use people who act as Uncle Toms to push the racist rhetoric and policies. Has a mass incarceration disability. I don't know. Sometimes with these annotations, it's like, are you talking about the lyrics or are you just on a soapbox right now? And as someone who gets on a soapbox every fucking week, I feel like I can spot those, you know? Anyway. Interesting song. Testaverde is at a time. The only Testaverdes I know is Vinny Testaverde, 16. But this is probably... Yeah, Vinny Testaverde, former quarterback. Number 16, right? Okay. Using this, Jid is saying that he tells his testimony 16s at a time. Oh, referring to a common length of a rap verse. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right, cool. Actually understood the reference. Wow.
It's hard for a nigga to score when they keep on moving the goal line. Now he outside the liquor store with a lot of ticket, leaving a double shift at the Walmart on Russian Road. Still trying to keep composure, rolling past the gas station where he hold niggas from a little parlay play. Made a nigga make spray by they dough. So a nigga don't play by no code. Back in the day we was told about reparations, get a mule, 40 acres or so. Justification or repayment for the pain of your soul. Fast forward, fuck patience, I ain't waiting no more. I gotta take it, paper chasing like I'm Dre or I'm Hove. Yeah, with the clothes. Fuck Hulk Hogan and fuck Joe Rogan because it flows. You know how it goes. Need a bitch that's down with OPP and down with IPOs. Feel like ODB, you hoes better have my pesos. Take it from me, no you can't, no you don't.
That's a funny song. I mean, an entertaining jam, we'll call it. I don't know how often I'll listen to it, but I liked this. Fuck Hulk Hogan, and I was like, why fuck Hulk Hogan? And fuck Joe Rogan because it flows. That's why he said Hulk Hogan. Although maybe Hulk Hogan did something that I'm unaware of, but oh my god. Lots of references here. Dre, Hove, Old Dirty Bastard. Although I don't know the line, you hoes better have my pesos. I don't know that. Because we ate so many bologna sandwiches as a child, I'd kill for one of them shits if I could have one right now. Isn't it funny how I really liked how he closed out the second part of the verse here, because talking about having money and all this shit, and so yeah, you can afford to buy good food and what have you, but every now and then, even when you can afford, like every now and then, not often, but every now and then, I'll just make myself a peanut butter sandwich, because I kind of used to eat. I didn't eat those a lot when I was a kid. I didn't have a lot of money. My family was relatively poor when I was growing up too, but every now and then I was like, yeah, I'll have a peanut butter sandwich. They're not the best in terms of nutrition, but sometimes it just tastes fucking good, you know? Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Better Days, featuring Jonte Austin. One of the most prolific writers fans don't know about. Okay. All right. Produced by Christo Benji and The Band. Oh, Hero the Band. All right. Track 14, Better Days.
I done seen some better days before. Feeling like forever was a long time ago. Balancing highs and the lows. Get your blindfold, only God knows. I done seen some better days before. Feeling like forever was a long time ago. Balancing highs and the lows. Get your blindfold, only God. Twin, don't forget the better days. We've been friends since 10. Back then we told people we cousins kin. The buses from my school couldn't come to where I live, so my mama used to drop me at your crib like 4, maybe 5 a.m. I ain't get no good sleep till I was 27. I used to wear my big bro clothes. You used to let me borrow some of your clothes. I thought that I looked funny in them. It's only you and George. Your parents used to treat me like they third son. I'm the first one bucking on any person trying to make you feel hurt or something. You my brother, I murder something for you. Throw that dirty gun into the Chattahoochee. Feeling like forever was a long time ago. Balancing highs and the lows. Get your blindfold, only God knows.
Cool. Very cool right here. Just a quick pause because he talks about, obviously grew up with this kid, went to his house early, got dropped off by his mom to get to school and all this other shit. The the guy has a bad turn in life. Things aren't going well. He's in prison. You know, now we're talking through a window while you're in a cage. I'm going to come get you when you figure out the date. So when he gets out. I was in and out the States. You were rapid on the rage. The day that Kobe died, I'm at the Grammys in LA. And I like that line specifically because it's talking about better days and what a contrast, you know, being somebody like Jid, coming up from where he came up, making it, being at the Grammys, and then finding out Kobe died, you know, and it's weird how you can have these highs and these lows like he's talking about. Balancing highs and lows. Get your blindfold. Only God knows. And I like that a lot too. Get your blindfold. Only God knows. Meaning, don't bother looking for what's coming because you don't know. You never know what's coming. Only God knows what's coming. So put on your blindfold. Stop looking for it. You won't see it anyway. Only God knows. That's great. Let's keep rolling. Cool. I really like this little post-chorus section. Let's keep rolling now.
Life is too real, may kill you. Life skills you build, make you choose between old ties and new ways. Fake friends and real snakes, false norms and true about
Oh,
you.
nice line.
To see the way we do it. Take a moment to breathe and achieve through it.
Me and my brothers and Sistanem slept in the same room, suffer the same affliction. See the reflection of a nigga that never liked attention or need acceptance from strangers coming in mentions. I got protection. Papa had the right prediction. Said I was destined to be whatever I envisioned. I manifested. Blessing that I made it out the club of 27. The weapon was formed against me. I formed against the weapon. Tried to stretch him, but niggas sprinting. If we don't catch him, then God to get him in. We ain't got getting the karma of being killer men, but you did in our better days, not miss my friend.
Oh, wow. Is his friend dead? Jid relates the second verse, same person he rapped about, right? I understand that. Is he alive or not? I don't know. It makes it. I get the impression his friend is dead, you know? Tried to stretch him, but people are sprinting. If we don't catch him, then God will get him. We ain't got to get into karma of being killer men, but you did in our better days. Now I miss my friend. You know, it's interesting with this song, how it ends. It ends in the same style, not sound necessarily, but the same style as Sistanem. And again, he's reflecting on the people he's missing, you know? But this one's darker. It has a darker sound at the end, which is why I get the impression this friend that he's talking about has died or has been killed, or maybe he's just still in prison. Maybe that's really what it is. He's still in prison. I really like that one. Better Days is fantastic. I like this. Agitate the white guilt. Explain the black burden. I like that line a lot. There was something else here that I missed that I wanted to talk about. Me and my brothers and Sistanem slept in the same room, suffered the same afflictions, see the reflection of a person that never liked attention. Don't need acceptance from strangers, coming in mentions. I love that. Don't need acceptance. Cool. Yeah, good jam. I gotta go back to saying jams. Now that I have merch with jams on it, somehow it just worked out that I say track instead of jams. Really good jam. I gotta get back to my own jams here. All right, next track is called, and I'll call it a track for introducing it, but maybe I should say jam all the time. I don't know. Lauder Too. Now I was listening to Never Story, and there's a Lauder on that one, and I don't think I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I'm not familiar enough with the Never Story. I mean, I've listened to it. I know the album, but I don't listen to it all the time to know all the lyrics. And so if there's references in this album to the Never Story, I've missed them. And I'm saying that now because this is Lauder Too. There's Lauder on the Never Story, so I don't know if I'll be able to make any connections here. There you go. That's my story. Great fucking story. Track 15 is called Lauder Too, featuring Raven, Lene, Aaron, Alan Kane, produced by James Blake, Monte Booker, Groove, and Thundercat. Oh, no shit. Oh, yeah. You can hear some fucking wicked ass bass. Nice. Track 15.
Trying to find a way to like not overstep, but it's really just me. It's something I gotta. What up? Look. Part of me, but a part of me looking for more. Giving my heart, my art, my artery. What do you want more? Minority boy black, looking for joy. They snatch it, looking back, paying it for it. But I'm tapped. I lap tap water and tap dance and tabernacles before the Lord. The pattern is no avoid. Not gonna avoid the words that come with a voice inside of my head. I'm sick of the noise. So be a bigger nigga, put your finger on the trigger as you
nice.
Look at the mirror on the wall. And let that bitch rip till your backbone slipping. No, them cracks don't give no black fuck about y'all. Just your ass, your hips, your lips, my dick tip, my black balls dribbling and dipping them in your jaw. Scribbling word rhymes, the crowd giving applause. But in my spirit, I feel it and they don't hear me at all. Backseat shotgun door, got one.
Wow. That was great. This is great right here. I loved that fucking bass. And then Jid just went on a fucking tear too, man. What a fucking tear. Scribbling word rhymes, the crowd giving applause, but in my spirit, I feel it. They don't hear me at all. That's got to be so difficult, especially with some of these tracks that have been put out, like Sistanem, Bruddanem, fucking Kody Blu 3100, Crack Sandwich, fucking Crack Sandwich, man. And then followed up by Can't Punk Me. The contrast between those two songs, man. But it's got to be hard to spend all this time writing lyrics and then just go, motherfuckers aren't even listening to what I'm saying. Inside of my head, I'm sick of the noise. So be a bigger person. Put your finger on the trigger as you're looking at the mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. And God, the bass line right here was just amazing. And let that bitch rip till your backbone flip. And know the cracks don't give no black fuck about you. Oh, just your ass, hips, lips. But now you got to do what you can and can't abuse your power. Let's come up with a plan and we pursue and devour. But don't get shit fucked up. I'll be in the forefront with 45. All right, let's keep rolling. That's a cool track.
Yeah, part of me, but a part of me looking for more. Giving my heart, my art, my artery. What do you want more? Majority push packs. They unemployed party and pass straps. The crack coming to stores and soon. Boarded windows, chosen boardrooms and bored Negroes. Nothing to do but war wounds and more vigils. Candlelight mood. The more women, the more widows looking for food without a dude and 4 kiddos. No, fuck it, I'm sick as fucking. I told you, motherfuckers, no recovery. Kicking nothing. I'm coughing and spitting legitimate love like a drug loaded in the smell. Sniffing for information on who to plug on the black pipe, black gloves, black night, black baby girl. Keep a rap tight, give a brother a hug and not a slug. That's right. If ever trouble should come, we never. That's why we've been down for life. Got a weird feeling the enemy's on the way. Give a little
fucking
energy,
amazing.
Anything motivates. Come around, namaste, now you're down.
Just rest assured the sun will come. So close your eyes and you shall
feel. Let it go. You know, that bridge took such a turn, and then even the end, you know, as he rolls out of this verse, right? He's furious. He's got that fucking heavy bass line. Fucking Thundercat's amazing. I gotta do Drunk. I gotta do that album. I should get drunk and do Drunk. That would be fun. Giving my heart, my art, my artery. So my heart, my soul, my blood. Right? What do you want more? What do you want more? More. Oh my God, man. Amazing. Majority push packs, the unemployed. Boarded windows, chosen boardrooms, and bored Negroes. Nothing to do but war wounds and more vigils. Candlelight moon, the more women, the more widows. Fuck, man. Looking for food without a dude and 4 kiddos. God damn, that shit is just fire right there. Fire. But fuck it, I'm sick as fuck, and I told you motherfuckers, no recovery, and kicking up, and I'm coughing, I'm spitting legitimate love like a drug loaded in the sniffing for information or on who the plug. The black light, black loves, black night, black baby. Go and keep it wrapped tight. Give a brother a hug and not a slug. That's why if ever trouble should come, we never crumble. Got a weird feeling that enemies on the way. Give a little energy. Anything motivates. Come around. Namaste. Now you down. Don't be afraid. Just keep that fear locked out. Come feel the love. Feel the love right now. So he shifts, and the song shifts. Everything shifts right from that just thundering, like machine gun fire bass line, anger and rage, and it shifts to feel the love. Come feel the love. Come feel the love. He's just calm, right? Calm yourself, calm yourself, calm yourself, calm yourself. Just rest assured the sun will come. So close your eyes, ease your fears. Just let me whisper in your ear forevermore, forevermore, evermore, evermore. Let it go. Let it go. Really cool track. The jam. Good jam. Great jam. I gotta say jam. And you know, so there's one more song. It's 2007, which was not on the original release. If it would have ended right there, I would have been okay with it. But apparently this was supposed to be the ending, so I'm glad I get to hear this. Final track off the Forever Story. Long ass fucking video. This is a 7.5 minute track. 2007. He's in a fucking uniform there. That picture. I don't know if that's Jid or not. Because Jid's already pretty young. I don't know how old he is. Anyway, let's drop in. Final track.
Yeah, 2007, cold drop to come up. I was in high school playing corner. I never dreamt of mumbling words in front of hundreds. Studying plays all summer. I hit the league if my growth spurt coming on my mom. 2009, bro dropped the warm up. I was in warm ups playing Wheezy and Ukemi, Little Dragon Flame breathing the weed. Patrick had the studio dorm room next to me. I freestyled over his beats. My nigga Keef transferred in from Tennessee. He's a receiver. I play DB like a Keef, snatch a nigga chain to lead. Talib Kweli, I could be lyrically, but I put on cleats, scribble lines going through my mind like a paper piece. While in cover 3, playing nickel, doing safety reads. Watch the flats. Amongst all the other shit that's going in my brain, my brother got out of jail. I only know him by name. He did a nickel and a dime. In time, probably be staying with my mom and dad. Probably get mad, acting lame something.
Oh, sorry, I clipped it right before the verse ended. I apologize. I only know him. My brother got out of jail. I only know him by name. Think about that. Somebody in your family, and they've been in jail for so long, since you were so young, you don't even fucking know them. Wild. That's wild. This is a cool song. Let's keep rolling. So I clipped the I paused right at the end. God.
All the while I was round my out of town college wildin' out. Restaurants, destined dining dash, you call it dining out. Fucking bitches supposed to be in class, but I was hiding out. My friends take a little shot, smoke a lot of cannabis. Coolest nigga on the campus. Now niggas skipping practices and acting like a rock star. Going from in the dorm to in the car, leaving the football field. But fuck that, we still sorry. And the problem from the home front. On my home screen calling me, I don't wanna answer. My brother Carl hit me, said my granny had cancer. Crossed me off the list for scholarship because I lost it. No more football, my red shirt, senior season exhausted. So I'm off it and I'm right back in Atlanta with a half a gram of weed in a gold Pontiac that my granny had bought for me. I was sleeping in the back, my dad kicked me in the streets. When he saw my neck tatted, then I told him I was rapping for school, no going back. He said, if I cannot follow his rules, just go and pack. Told you he be acting lame sometimes.
This is a really neat story. And I think it was yesterday, I was doing the Lil Yachty album. I think it was yesterday. Anyway, I talk about this every now and then. Fucking Jid even talks about it. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming. Put on your blindfold. Only God knows. So this is a really cool story to listen to about just his life and the twists and turns that it took to get here. This is neat. I'm glad this is on the deluxe version. I'm glad I'm hearing this one.
This my son. He came from these nuts. This Negro come back from school, all tatted up like the Sistine Chapel, talking about he ain't playing football no more because he know he ain't going pro. He left on a full scholarship to go to school and get a degree because we taught education was the #1 thing. Anyway, he came back determined to do what he was determined to do, and I know because he is who he is, we taught him, hey, whatever you you do put your full self into it, so he did that.
I only came to do a song. Dough Burger used to say, hey bro, this little nigga cold. Keep on doing what you doing, you gon' make it, you gon' blow. I ain't know that said that went ahead and played my shit for Cole. But I knew he knew the game, and he pulled up to a show, and then that's where we first met. But I ain't think of it no more, till said Brown said that I should open up for Omen on my own shit if I want it.
I'm so glad this exists. I'm so glad that Jid put this together. I love his whole bit from his dad. That was neat. Yeah, this is where I'm a little different, and I sometimes wonder if this is the bad thing, because you give everything 100% and all you got, blah blah blah, and that's true. But I'm a little less 100%. I'm not quite 100%. I'm more of like I'm probably like a 90, 95 maybe. But why? And I think for me, because I do totally buy into the idea of we don't know what's coming. And so I feel like with 100%, there's heartbreak there when you put all your effort into it, all this, and it doesn't go the way you want it to go. Then you people get depressed, they get bummed out, heartbroken, whatever you want to call it. So I think my mindset is more put your effort into it, do your thing, do it how you're gonna do it, and then whatever happens, and that's it. And I guess you can still do 100% and all that, but anyway, I don't push that hard, the 100% thing. Let's finish this out. This is neat. There's about a minute left.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, J. Cole's on here. Cool.
That's crazy. Yo, J, I remember you came to the crib. Remember this after we had met, and I told you and Earth Gang to pull up. I said, oh, this nigga want it. This nigga really want it. That look in your eye, nigga, I know that look. I know that look too well. That's the difference between the niggas that never get what they want and the niggas whose names ring out forever. Forever.
Oh, great. Great closer. Because so much of this album is the forever story and being stuck in this environment forever and can't get out, and all the people that are trapped there and blow on. That's fucking cool. Yeah. 2007, not much of a song really, but more of a story. I can see why people were so excited about my hearing it, because it is important. And I think it's important for the context of the album too. He made it. That's it. He made it forever. He's out. He put the effort in and he made it. Yeah, that was fucking great. That one gets a heart. Even though it's not really much of a song. I don't know how much I'll listen to that one. I was starting to get worried because I didn't put a heart next to Can't Make You Change. Good song, really chill jam, right? Really, really mellow. I like it. But sometimes I try not to just put hearts next to everything. Like I try to have a little bit more of a bar to clear. Stars with Yassine Bey was great. And then Just in Time and Money I wasn't into. And I was like, oh no, are we losing steam on the back half? But Better Days was really cool. Lauder Too was really cool. And 2007, what a great conclusion to a fantastic album. 2.5 hour video. I think I was yapping a lot in the beginning. I feel a little bit more sober now. That's nice. All right. Well, shit. I've got 2 albums to listen to this week. I've got The Forever Story, which is great, and I've got Lil Yachty's new album, which is really fucking good too. I can totally see why people are pissed off this did not get nominated for Album of the Year. How does this not get nominated? This is a fantastic album. Better than well, I won't say. I won't say. All right, y'all. I'm gonna finally shut it down. I gotta pee. Think about that. I sat here for 2.5 hours. I was drinking water. I was drinking my energy drink. Pop-Up needs to pee.